All right. I got some real software. There we go. That's much better. Okay, let me see. Make sure the sound's working. All right. I got some real... There we go. That's much better. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, as I was saying earlier, I switched over to Streamlabs because the YouTube streaming app sucks. All right, so I'm on Streamlabs now, and I got a nice little display top of my screen, the frames per second. Later, I'll adjust it for better audio quality and higher frame rate, etc. So, anyway, if you're watching this now, we're going to do a quick opening here of the bagged version, and it is hefty, of GD42. I'm going to be trying some Tactical Combat Series. I also want to try some CSS again, but not Folded Gap. Not really in the mood for Folded Gap, I'll be honest with you. I do have a modern title coming in, and it is Thin Red Line Games, less than 60 miles, second echelon. So I'll take a look at that when it comes in, and it should be here tomorrow. I should be getting a lot of stuff tomorrow, actually. Let's take a look at this bagged copy. Some people don't like bagged copies. I don't mind them. And some of these TCS games, this is the only way you can get this, by the way, is through a bagged copy. So basically a photocopy of the box that they put on top. Thank you. And this game's been upgraded. It includes, one thing I liked is the TCS 4.01 rules and charts. So I like that. I mentioned, I think I heard Tabletop's Edge talking about how it had gotten upgraded. All right. So this is their Tactical Combat Series. It's way zoomed in. And there's optional ops writing that you can do and things like that. Not necessary to play the game. But if you want to see some good reviews of it, check out Tabletop's Edge. He did a whole thing about why he loves the game. So you'll want to watch those videos so you can get more of an idea. Now I noticed the bit rate is a little bit down here on the camera. So I can jack this up probably later on to 60 frames per second. We'll worry about that then. Okay, so game-specific rules here. And again, this is an older title, so it's not going to be the glitziest rule book. And here's some of the scenarios. Ooh, that's a lot of units listed on there. And a little bit of historical notes. And then you get to the meat of it. Now, these series rules are not as thick as OCS. So that's why I'm thinking, hey, maybe even a guy like me can learn these. Maybe. And not as deep as Squad Leader, that's for sure, right? So I'm going to be comparing a few tactical combat systems. CSS, this one, Thin Red Line, less than 60 miles. And I might try some other stuff. I want to try... I do have a GTS title, but... I'm so-so on that series. I was going to pre-order the reprint of the Market Garden GTS one, but I don't know. I've had Where Eagles Dare for like 5 years now, and I just couldn't get into it. So, I don't know. We'll try some of these other ones. Anyway, here's the rules. Updated to the latest version here. Again, not the thickest rulebook. Here's your counters. This game has great counters. And I do want to get, I think it's Canadian Crucible is the next game I'm looking to get on my list. That would be my next title in this. But anyway, yeah, this game, great looking counters. I do love me some nicely drawn out counters. So everything's easy to see. 1 page of counters, that's it. Oh no, there's some more under there. Again, not one of the bigger games in the series. Now here's an op sheet, right, with a whole map. Now you can take these op sheets and photocopy these, and what you do is you draw out your attack plan on here, and there's rules for that. These aren't needed for play, but they greatly enhance it. You'll have an attack pattern and a fallback plan in case something goes wrong. But one of the weird things about this is you'll actually get a map like this, and you'll draw on it like attack arrows and where you're going to meet up, and Group A, Group B, where you're going to assault from and stuff like that. And you kind of keep those hidden. Makes it hard to play solo, but if you do, I believe what some other players doing this is they make two for each side. They'll make 2 plans of attacks. They'll mix them up, right? And they'll randomly draw one, so you don't know what the other side's going to have to do. But anyway, so these are odd to see these in here as a glossy thing and not just something you could photocopy. That's very strange. But it looks like they've expanded these to have more than just that. You have a part of the stuff over here to track things, so that's interesting. Not sure when that was done. I guess that was done recently. Here's your map. Again, great looking map. I do love the way these maps look. I kind of wish OCS would do this, but it's not the same scale, so it's understandable. But yeah, it looks really good. It's like some sort of a scatter. You got a scatter diagram up here. So there's a starter game of this, the Ariete version. It's kind of a starter game in this series. But other than that, I don't know too much about it. I just know I want to try more tactical, something more than just GTS all the time. So. And here's an example of drawing an ops diagram. Some of the symbols you can use. Your objective, use this to mark your unit's location on the map. Line of departure, your advance, screen by smoke, where you want to drop smoke. So you can actually draw this stuff on that map. And your artillery barrages will take a certain time to hit the map, of course. It's just like playing, any computer game where you call an artillery, like squad battles or something like that. So this is your morale chart. Track of that. 4 counters. Again, this is the bagged version of GD42 off of the MMP website. Again, great counters here. Not sure when I'll get to it, but I'll try to play this sometime in August, hopefully. More of the map. More tables. I'll put some links in this video once it gets finished and goes back up and does all of its YouTube stuff of where you can watch some good videos on this. Here's the German morale chart. Game status counters for things like who's fired, smoke, things like that. More of the map. And then underneath all this is my Eastern Front crap, so just ignore this. So that's GD42, the bagged version. And as to when I'll get around to playing it, not 100% sure, but we're going to go straight into East Front and take a look at some things tonight. Hopefully. But I just wanted to show everyone this. This is what you get when you get a bagged version. And I also thought the thing that's changed the most are these op sheets. I don't remember them being glossy. I think the last time I saw one of these, it was on a tear-off notepad. It wasn't this fancy. So 2009, I guess, maybe. When they updated it, I'm not sure. But you'll definitely want to photocopy those so that you can write on them. And again, not the most intimidating rule book, so maybe I'll be okay there. That's that. I also got in the more up-to-date copy of not the early 2001. I got the second edition of Guderian's Blitzkrieg OCS, and so this is a previously owned copy, but the owner took great care of this. He's actually matte varnished all the counters, and they're all clipped. So these counters have had a matte varnish treatment where you spray matte varnish on them. Basically, the owner went to great lengths that I would never do. I guess I probably don't take good care of my war games, maybe, but whatever. That's because I actually play them. So, yeah, these have been matte varnished. He clipped them nice. So even though this is a used copy, very good quality. He even labeled the updated counters in here with the little things. Case blue. So he did include all those and put them in separate baggies. So still waiting for Sicily 2 to come out. Yeah, Yeah, so this is Guderian's Blitzkrieg 2, the updated version, version 2 as you might call it. And there's still some stuff that's not punched in here. Pretty much let's see what we got. All of the status counters are not punched. Oh yeah, you can feel this. This is definitely, you can feel where it's got matte varnish on it. It's got that feeling to it. And it dulls the look of the counters just a little bit. So I have never actually done that. If any of you have, let me know. But I find that very interesting. Okay. So this came in, and GD42 came in. The books are in great shape. Of course, I won't be using this version of the rules, but look at this. Jeez. Look at that. That is the scenario book. Usually when I play this, and I'm coming back into OCS when I try to learn it, you know, refresher course. I won't be doing OCS anytime soon again because I'm burned out, but I couldn't pass this deal up. But usually when I do play this, I always play Drive on Bryansk. And it's a good starter scenario. But even though it's a starter scenario, there's still a shitload of units in it. So, alright, so that came in. And GD42. So I just have to really pick what I want to spend time learning. Because all these games take a phenomenal amount of effort to learn. And you need to play them a lot. I also found I can thanks to wardrobe for this. I remember I had this boxed away. I think I'm going to try to learn OSG again because I had a lot of their games, and I really love this Kevin Zucker stuff. So I might try to get back into this, but I saw some people playing this, and I was like, man, I kind of missed that. But I'm not going to put my counters on sleds like some people do. Sometimes the larger games in this series can be hard to solo because you do need the sleds because you're not really supposed to see what you have or what your opponent has. So you have to be kind of secretive about it. I mean, I understand why they did it, but yeah, I'll give this a look later. But I thought I had this somewhere and I found it, so I kept it out. I boxed up a lot of my war games, so finding them sometimes I did not label the boxes correctly. That's always fun. Alright, so that's about it there. I found that. The other things came in. I'm expecting a lot more in tomorrow. I sold a bunch of crap on eBay, so. Anyway, where were we? I have another video going up later about replacement points and how they're used in Eastern Front. And I'm just kind of skimming through the rule book now to see if I remember a bunch of stuff. And I kind of do. So, what did I find that was interesting? Let's take a look. What do I remember here? The Soviets placing orders requires a HQ, if you remember that correctly. You'll place the order markers face down so that you can't see what they are. What I usually do is when I play this solo is I will make my own set of order markers and try to, for example, if I think the Soviets should place a retreat order, I will make a bunch of blank counters. Do I have them out? Yeah, I do. Hold on one sec. Just to keep it interesting when you solo, I'll put a bunch of, like this, I'll put a bunch of blank counters, and then one will say retreat. I'll put them in a cup, and I'll draw them. If I don't get the retreat, then it quite simply was not ordered. So there will be no order. But if I do get the retreat, then they'll use the order retreat according to the rules. So that's one way you can make it solo friendly. Another way also is the air power. There's actually rules for solo air power, I believe. Did they include them in the new version? Let's take a look. Oh, I actually have 4 people watching. I didn't even notice that. Welcome to the boringest Wargame stream on YouTube. Okay, air power. Let's see here. In the previous version, they mentioned solo play. Let's see here. Come on. I think I still got to do it. Oh, they don't really talk about it in here. It might be in the other book. Interesting. OCS, I think, also mentions something for solo air power use. Yeah. Oh, I could have sworn there was a little section on that in here. Interesting. Here's another thing that you could do, the orders. Here's the no retreat. Like I was saying, additional retreat. You can mix these up. And it makes it kind of fun because you could do additional retreat or no retreat and make some blank ones, right? Put them in a cup, and then you could be like, oh, they didn't call no retreat. So that can kind of be fun sometimes. And then you just draw them randomly, but you need to see some blank stuff like this, so to keep it kind of fun. What else? What else was I looking at that struck me as interesting? I know my tripod is, I got to get a better tripod. I think this one's about had it. It's been a worthy tripod. It's lasted me 6 years, I think. But it's starting to really... I'll look up and the legs will just start slowly slipping down and the camera will be like face down on the table. So if that happens, just type a bunch of F's in chat. Like it's trying to do right now. So it's the left side that does it. And that's where it's coming from. Little bastard. What else did I notice about the new version of EFS that I wasn't looking at? Let's see. I think it was something back in the beginning. My latest video talks about the movement rule that I'd almost forgotten about. So I made a video to remind myself. And what else? Let's see. What else was new in here? Other than the nice layout, they've done a lot better job of explaining the rules in this version, so it's not as intimidating. I covered my next video going up covers this, the replacements, not the band. But actual replacements in the game. So I'll talk about this stuff and how they're done. And it's something that I've usually not paid too much attention to before when I play this. And coming back, I want to try to learn as much as I can. So I paid a lot more attention to it this time. Let's see, supply. Maybe I'll go over that later on in another video for you guys. The fact that you can have events that'll let you place strong points on the map now is kind of cool. I mean, they had that in the other game, but it's nicely explained here. That's why when you watch people play, I'll go over this too later. You'll notice these things all over the map, these strong points. What else is new? What else is new? What else is new? Spending your reinforce. Oh, replacements. I forgot about this in my video. You can give replacements to a unit that's already on the map, and that's where you will see the use of the receiving replacements counter come in, and you'll place that marker on all the units on the map that are going to get replacements. And if they're receiving replacements, they cannot move or attack as long as they have a receiving replacements marker on them. And then during that engineering phase, you will get 1 step added to each unit. Oh, God, you're sharing my screen. That's nice. Hey, I was just talking about you, too. You are responsible for me combing through my garage last night at like 11 o'clock when I should have been sleeping, wardrobe, and dug this bad boy out. So, because I want to try that system again. I really liked it. And I mentioned the guys that put the counters on the sleds, and I had forgotten about how some of these games are extremely blind, where you're not supposed to see what your opponent's doing, and they actually have little sleds where you can put the counters on them. So it's kind of weird, but anyway, yeah. So I dug this out after I saw you had that, and I can't find I had another one too. Yeah, I had another one. I had one of the big box games, like one of the $100 ones, and I can't find it. I'm really kind of irritated about that. So I'll have to rectify that situation. I know I have it somewhere, but there's no telling. I got boxes under the steps, up in the attic. I don't know. Anyway. And then earlier we did GD42. I just unpacked this. I got the bag version of this one. I'm kind of over GTS at the moment, so I want to try some other tactical close-up games. And I sold Full to Gap because I got Thin Red Line games, 60 miles or less coming. I actually scored a copy of a Thin Red Line game. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, you'll have this replacement marker, receiving replacements marker on a unit, and you'll get a step back. And you decrease the number of replacement points you get, and then you remove this marker. And if you can't trace supply, you're not going to get a replacement point. So I remembered some of this. Yeah, the amount of games I've got stacked up are just, and I sold a lot of them a few months ago too that I just knew I wasn't into. There's some that I bought just for FOMO, and then I knew I wasn't going to play them. So. Oddly enough, they were like all my super easy games, and so now I'm stuck like with the hardcore stuff again, like I always seem to do. I did pre-order Ardennes too. I broke down and I pre-ordered my first Bulge game in I don't know, 20 years or something. I was so burned out on Battle of the Bulge that I swore I'd never play another one again. And then I ordered Ardennes 2 and Time for Trumpets, which appears to be one of the most complex war games ever. So we'll see how that goes. I also got some Squad Leader coming in. Yeah, Ardennes 2 should be pretty cool. And the BCS title, the Israeli War one I ordered, even though I'm not sure how that game's going to handle Modern Warfare. Yeah, I know, Time for Trumpets. Hey, if I got Goss, well, thanks to you, and I got Lucky Forward. Yeah, Squad Leader I got coming in, but just the starter kits, not the full thing. I do have a friend that plays Squad Leader adamantly, so I might be able to learn from him. It's the starter kit one, not the super heavy one, Hex. It's the starter kits. I once had, so a long time ago on eBay, this guy was selling his entire Advanced Squad Leader setup for, and I'm talking like Armies of Oblivion, all that stuff. The 3-ring binder notebook, like the big notebook. The artillery cards, you know, the pack of cards you can get, where you drop your artillery and stuff. Anyway, I scooped it all up for like $400, and I played it twice, if you could call that playing it, only because someone else was telling me what to do when I was playing with them, and I never touched it again. But the counter keepers, so like, he sold it with all these tackle boxes that had all the counters in them. And to this day, I still use those to store other games' counters in. So, I don't know. Maybe I got my money back. Who knows? On Tupperware, but whatever. Yeah, so I got that coming in the mail. But I'm going to try the starter kit 1. And my one friend was like, you got to try it at least once because I have such a stigma against Squad Leader. And I'm like, I will try it once. And we'll see. I feel like you're just waiting in that game. You just sit. One guy is always just going to sit there and wait for another guy to run across the road, and then you just shoot him. But I'll see. I'll see how it goes. Anyway, I probably just got a lot of enemies by saying that, but that's just how I feel about it. So, I started Hanut, and then I got into Warhammer again. So it is currently packed back up, but I am going to break it out again. And I also have Lucky Forward. Oh, yeah. Oh, you do, really? Oh, I didn't. Yeah, oh, man. See, another thing, too, is I'm missing all these pre-orders on the MMP site for the reprints of the Squad Leader things that you know later on are going to be like $450. And in my back of my mind, I'm like, man, should I get these now? But honestly, I don't think I'll play them. There was one point in the rule book where it's like you had to like account for the tallness of the grass and the wheat stalks, and I'm just like, I'm out. Yeah, it's FOMO. I'm telling you, I had so many games. I sold like $600 worth of games because I had just bought them, thinking, oh yeah, I'll play this. I won't play it, and I'm still trying to get into Great Battles of the American Civil War, the one that you like, Hexy, the Berg one. So I did pre-order that new one that's coming out for it's supposed to be for beginner players. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, it's on the P500 list. I've got to learn that system because I think it'd be cool. Yeah, there we go. And, of course, Panzer and main battle tank I'm a big fan of. So I'm a huge miniatures guy. So Panzers to me is just like miniatures on a board game. Yeah. Yeah, bayonets and swords. Yep. That's it. What is the other one? Yeah, Panzer's pretty cool. It is basically a miniatures game. I think it was based off that originally. I can't remember. Way back when. There's what else? Yeah, Kev from Big Board really got me hooked on those Thin Red Line games. They just look awesome. I didn't get the super operational one. I got the zoomed in, the, what do you call it? The tactical one. Not the operational one, but the less than 60 miles or whatever. So he gave a heads up on his YouTube video and mentioned that they had some extra copies of that. Oh, no, it's fine. I got to read chat anyway, so I like reading chat. The only thing I was talking about was just cool stuff I learned about in the new EFS system. And I always preface that with my rant of when are we going to see North and South come out? So, just going to throw that out there again in this video. GMT, over 1,000 pre-orders. Let's go. But seeing the work that they put into this, I could see where that might take a while because they do have to link all the games together. But then I'm thinking, what about Crimea and Kiev to Rostov? Kiev to Rostov used to be my favorite. Crimea, I didn't play as much because when you set up Crimea, it's just nothing but stack. Like it's like you're ramming your head into a brick wall. It's just a big stack of stuff. But don't think I did not pre-order OCS Crimea. So yeah, yeah, they mentioned art development, but man, the last time they said that, it was like 5 years before I got this one. I don't know about that art development stuff. And then, oh man, I kind of want to play Fighting Formations again, but I don't know how that would go solo. I don't know. I kind of want to get back into that. All I remember about Fighting Formations was it had a bunch of weird dice depending on the range, right? And it had like a 6-sided, it was like 6, 8, 10. All the dice were strange. That's all I remember about it. I played it at this local game store like, I don't know, 10 years ago. The first one. Let's see. What else did I do? What else did I learn in here? So, Jeff, you like EFS the best. Interesting. Yeah, it was 6, 8, 10, 12, 20. That was so weird. So when I first got it, to me, that was so revolutionary. And also the way the counters, like, went, I guess, sideways. It was so weird. I'm like, this is the weirdest game I've ever seen, but it's cool. Yeah, I saw that video where you were playtesting it. I want to get the original again, and then, what was the one after that? They just had one after the original one. What was the first expansion? I can't remember. Shoot. I don't remember. I just spent 10 hours at work today, so I'm not in the best mood. You know how you get home from a long day at work and you've already lost like 2 hours of your night? That's how I'm feeling right now. So I was like, screw it. I'm just going to go live and talk about stuff. I don't care. Oh, Kharkov. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. That's the one I want to get. That one's probably out of print now, knowing my luck. Oh, and Fields of Fire. So, who is it? Counterattack. You guys know that channel? He hasn't done anything in like over a year or something. I don't know. He kind of stopped, but I watched Counterattack play Fields of Fire, and I'm like, oh, that game looks easy. And I looked at the rule book, and that game is not easy. I don't know how he did it so gracefully. But that guy's very smart. So anyway, I want to try that. I did get the Bastogne expansion for that. But I need the core game, the reprint of the core game. So, what else was I reading here? Oh yeah, the minimum combat odds must be 1 to 4. Jeff, you were saying you like EFS the best, more than OCS. I was on the fence for a while. OCS can get... you can burn out on OCS quick because sometimes I feel like it has the same results a lot, but I'm not... I don't know, both these games, you have to devote... If I play either one of these, I have to devote so much time to them that I can't play both at once. I tried that. You guys have seen those videos where I had them both on the table and my head like melted, so I can't do that. Yeah, it didn't work too well. Oh yeah, the mandated attacks. If you don't use them, the Axis player starts to get victory points, which I thought was pretty cool. I had actually forgotten about this. That was kind of neat. And then I was just talking about the artillery and stuff like that. So I still have to read, oh boy, all of this. I think I'm almost caught up. Yeah, there's a lot to this game. Yeah, yep. There's a lot. I had almost forgotten. But a lot of it's coming back to me. And I haven't done a real playthrough of this since probably Kiev to Rostov, back when I lived in the other towns. It was probably like 8 years ago almost. Which is kind of crazy once you think about it. But that's all I got on the slate for now. I wonder if I can take a look. Let's just take a look at what I've got ordered here. I went on a spree because I sold all this Warhammer stuff. And armies I wasn't going to play and all that kind of stuff. So let's see here. I'll have to check my Gmail. It looks like I have a tracking number for, what is this? Battles in the East, number 2 from Decision Games. Which I missed. I did pre-order the other one. I didn't get the first one, though. Battles in the East 2 is coming. Last 100 Yards. I got that mainly because my friend has the Pacific one, and then I pre-ordered the Russian Front. Is the game any good? Not sure. That's another game like GD42 that we'll have to see. I don't know if anyone played Last 100 Yards solo out there. I don't know. Multi-Man Publishing. What's coming tomorrow? Panzer's Last Stand. Yes. I'm going to try the BCS system again. It's odd. Oh, yeah. EFS is... I like it. You really just got to, like... So I get into, like... You know, you guys know I have all those... Oh, you did? Yeah. BCS is weird, isn't it? BCS reminds me of that computer war game where it was like real time. It's a war game, though. It was taking place. It was on Crete. It was old school. But like the game focused on objectives and like bubbles, like a conflict bubble. Like you'd have a unit and there was like an area of conflict around it, like a radius. Damn, I forgot the name of it. Conquest of the Aegean, maybe. That's what BCS reminds me of. It's really weird. I'm having trouble understanding what's happening in that game because I don't see normal units and it's throwing me off. Yeah, the Market Garden. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but yeah, EFS is. I like to just kind of focus on one area of the map and just play that part of the scenario, and it's really cool to just see the maps. Looks awesome. I just like the game. I think it's cool. Thin Red Line Games. We've got less than 60 miles second echelon, and that had to come from France. So I got the last copy. The Goss Market Garden. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dude, even the one you sent me is fried my brain. I'm like, this is not a beginner. This is not the, hey, play this. This is the intro game. I don't know. That took me about a week, and then I was just like, I can't do this right now. But I'll go back to it, hopefully. Yeah, so like, you know, I have Lucky Forward Goss in the box, and I have wanted to sell it a few times, but it's one of those games. You ever get really lazy about selling something where the game is too long to fit in a box? Yeah, oh, you did? Oh, no, not good solo? Okay, yeah, I do have someone I'll be playing against, but I was just wondering if it would be good solo because a lot of the Vietnam squad games are not good solo because, you know, the VC have the ability to hide and stuff like that. So I would imagine a World War II game like that might be the same, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I had Lucky Forward, and I wanted to sell it, but I was too lazy because the box doesn't fit in like a normal box, and I'm like, well, I would sell it, but I'm too lazy to go ship it properly. So I kept it. Maybe that was someone's way of telling me, the Wargame gods tell me not to sell it, but I don't know if I'll ever learn that, I'll be honest with you. If I try to play that, it'll be a way of life game, and I don't know if I have the time for that right now. Let's see. Last 100 yards is coming, and what else? Apparently a Ring doorbell, and I have to take my cat to the vet. So that's my email. Well, I guess that's about it. I had some other stuff. Oh, the ASL stuff's coming, and I thought there was something else I ordered. I hit eBay pretty hard because I found some good deals. And then I P500 a lot of stuff, and I did a lot of stuff on... Oh, here you go, guys. It Never Snows is coming. It Never Snows is my second ownership of that game. The first time I owned it, I just didn't have enough room. It is quite simply one of the biggest maps I've ever seen other than Case Blue. And I didn't have the room for it, and I sold it, and now I got it back again. So I'll keep it this time. What else? No, that was it, I guess. So yeah, I'll try. I figure if I'm going to do BCS, I'm going to do East Front because it's really what I play the most. East Front or Market Garden. So, and then you got the other stuff on P500 like Panzer, North Africa, and stuff like that. Yeah, and then I got some Next War Taiwan on the second print, and then I have Poland. I need to get back into those. When I tried to learn Next War Advanced, I played so badly on my YouTube video. This guy like cussed me out. So it was like one of my first YouTube. If you go back, look at my India, Pakistan, Next War. There's some, I don't know if I got rid of the comments or whatever, but this guy just railed on me, and he had a right to because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So, but it was pretty funny because that game was so damn confusing. I never went back to the advanced rules after that. I just play standard Next War, and to me that's fun enough. But I never tried the advanced rules after that. I was like, I don't think I can handle this. So, but it's funny to read the comments because the guy was just blasting me. He just put me on blast. He's just like, this guy doesn't even know what a battalion is, and he gets all this wrong. It was hilarious. Yeah, and I had some good comments about it. They're like, hey, you helped me out a lot, and I'm like, are you sure about that? Because I don't think this video helped anybody, but it was fun to watch. It was pretty funny. And then you could see where I, yeah. Then you can see where I progressed. If you go to my North Korea, how I did a lot better. There were some things I screwed up in that, but hey, you're just not, the thing about doing the YouTube videos is, I think, well, Jeff, you do it well with the Civil War games. I noticed, Jeff, that you will actually finish a game. I have a tendency to look at the next shiny and then pack up the one I'm working on and go to that one. Now, oddly enough, yeah, I did. Yeah, I got kind of pissed off. That was irritating. This one guy would not leave me alone. Like, every time I put an OCS video up. Oh, yeah, well, Jeff didn't. He didn't. Gettysburg 77 looked like that was rough for him. Yeah, it's when you ask people, where are your videos? Nice. Yeah, man. There was another one, too, a video I did where I just got blasted. It was so funny. Oh, the Civil War series. That's right. The MMP Civil War series. Apparently, I really screwed that up because I put the video up and I came back the next day and this guy just destroyed me on YouTube. It was so funny. And then I would put up another video and he would follow me over to another genre. And I'm just like, dude, are you that bored? Come on, man. But yeah, Jeff, I noticed you finish a lot of your games. Now, recently, if you go back just recently, a few months ago, I actually did finish that tutorial OCS video, which I was proud of. But I think I just get, I see the next game and I'm like, oh, I got to pop this open and get these counters out. I probably need to stop doing that. But I don't know. It's just the way I am. So I just like to dive in. Now, it's odd enough I can't do Next War, but I learned Red Storm in Downtown, which I just picked those games up, and if you look at those comments, I actually did a good job on those videos, and those are some of the hardest games I've ever tried to learn in my life, so I guess it just depends. Yeah, Gettysburg 77, man, that's rough. Yeah, but so ever since I got blasted for the MMP Civil War games, I have not touched a Civil War title. The last one I played was the USA Civil War, the big one by, was it Mark Herman? The big Civil War game that was all popular for GMT. And my friend and I, the rules were so bad for that game. This was the first edition. It was such garbage. Like, we couldn't, the naval rules were all jacked up, and then he admitted it, and they published a new version and fixed it. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. I think you'll see me disappear for a few months, and I get burned out because the YouTube stuff pisses me off. But I think now I'm just gonna just play it, and I think that may have happened to Counterattack, who he puts up. I mean, he might be busy in real life. I don't know him personally, but he puts up a lot of good videos. But he does get blasted a lot. Like, every time he puts a video up, they'll be like, "Oh, well, 35 minutes in, you did this wrong." And I could just see on his end, like, he's like, "Geez, man, just leave me alone." So I think I could see some of YouTubers, like Kev, for example, will he doesn't refuse, but he no longer does like on-screen gameplay, I've noticed, compared to the old days. Now, I love when he does his live ones. I'll watch 3 hours of that, but I've noticed he's gotten to smaller snippets, and also he's been busy in real life, but it can be stressful if you're playing. It really forces you to like watch what you're doing, and I just don't think I can do that anymore. So I think it's going to be not smaller videos for me, but just like, hey, I noticed this rule in this game. Take a look at this. Like, I got another video going up about replacements here. So some stuff that I read that before, I don't know what happened. The last time I read these rules, I skipped a lot of stuff. I think I was just afraid to play the big version of it. I don't think I could do 50 turns, but I might set up a smaller one. I kind of want to get my Kiev to Rostov back. I kind of missed that game, and I don't think they're going to reprint it, because it's not, I don't know, I don't see it getting reprinted, but I did like the scenarios in that. So we'll have to see. But I did a pretty good tutorial set on BCS. The problem is when I went to go play it, I froze up and I didn't understand it. I literally did like 5 videos on it, and then when I went to go play it, I felt like everything I just learned did not make sense to me. So I got to go back and take a look at that. But it's weird. And then Time for Trumpets. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I got to try it at least once. I probably won't finish that, but we'll see. Anyway, that's my update. So I don't know, what are you guys up to? I know Jeff's doing 77. Wardrobe just did some play testing. I don't know what you guys got in store next. I need to get on your show one of these days, guys. It's lonely being a solo gamer. It's definitely hard. But I am going to get my friend to play Panzer, hopefully. Oh, yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I can. You have to stop me from rambling, though, because you could talk about something, and I'll mention a movie, and then I'll go off on a tangent, so I have to stay focused. But, yeah, that would be fun. We definitely need to do that, because I have a lot of, like you guys, we have a lot of gaming experience. I think there's a lot of funny stories we could tell, too. Like the time I used to play Flames of War. Boy. Yeah, there you go. That's probably the best thing to do, is just mute me. That works. Hey, it used to work on my World of Warcraft podcast, so you never know. That was so long ago, though. But yeah, I got some stuff coming in, and I think I'm gonna just I'll be putting up some videos. I'm gonna try EFS again, but I got so much stuff coming in that I want to try that. Like, now I kind of want to get this out, right? I don't know, it's gonna be tough. And then I'm gonna get my buddy to play first scenario in this one. So I pawned off my 2001 copy and got the updated version of this. And oddly enough, after I got Case Blue, I played it once, and I haven't really touched it. Case Blue, it's very clunky, and there's nothing like small in that game. So if you get it out, there's like one or two small scenarios, and if you get it out, you're looking at like a month. So even though I have it now, I don't know. Oh, Reluctant Enemies, yeah. Okay. Day of Days. Oh, wow. Day of Days, is that, which one is that? Oh, Victory Awaits, okay. Well, you got a lot going on. Yeah, I mean, I used to have a guy I used to play with. We'd leave the monster games up, like Dark Summer and stuff like that, but I should probably get in touch with him again. Oh, work's killing me, man. I get home and I'm just so drained. I'm like, ugh. Then the weekend comes and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go down and set this up, and then you end up sleeping all day. It's not good. Oh, yeah, Day of Days. That's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get It Never Snows going, I think. But that game, too, there's nothing small in that game. Well, you guys played the one, Arnhem, I think it was. But that game is just... When I first got that game and I laid it out, I was like, holy crap. This is like a monster game. I don't know. What do you guys think about the Simonich year games? Like the 44s, the 42s, the France 40s, all that kind of stuff. Is that Simonich? I think it is. I'm never a big fan of Zachbons. I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around that. Yeah, I can't. The Zachbon, I feel like Zachbons are just a way to keep the counter density low. I don't know. I don't know if I'm into that. But I'm also not into stacks like in OCS sometimes, when you got to lift up the stack and the DG marker and all that, and you're not allowed to look at them. Yeah, I saw you guys. I actually watched your... Oh, you like the Zachbon? Okay. I mean, I did pre-order Holland 44. Oh, that's exactly the one you don't care for. I did do Holland 44 just because I'm a big Market Garden nerd, so... yeah, maybe I'll get used to it there. And I want to get Stalingrad 42 because... So this was interesting. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Yeah, France 40 was decent. The Stalingrad 42, they put the expansion up for P500. Then they listed the reprint of the base game with the expansion in it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I guess I'll just get this. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, Holland 44. I like the airdrops. My friend had Holland 44, and I was reading the rules. I like the airdrop system, the parachute, paradrops and stuff like that. It looks like you can have a lot of different replayability. So, yeah, but I watched you guys play It Never Snows, and the fact that McMurray had to... Are you in a warehouse when you play it? That place is huge, by the way. He had to put a table extension up, and I'm like, I don't have room for that. Maybe if I put all my Warhammer tables together, possibly, but wherever you guys are playing that, it's huge. Like a giant shed or something. I don't know. It's like it's a big play area. Oh, it will? Salerno 43? Okay. Well, that could be pretty cool then. Yeah, there's so much going on. And, like, I only have... I tapped out of Fire in the Lake, like, 8 years ago, and now there's all these expansions for it and, you know, that card system, and I'm just like... oh, it's a garage. Okay. Yeah, hey, Brian, what's going on? Oh, yeah, that garage is pretty awesome. It's even got really good lighting. I know. I was jealous of your lighting. I'm like, damn, that place is set up. Yeah, coin. I mean, Fire in the Lake, of all the coin games, they're doing things now with coin games that I don't think should be done, but I think Fire in the Lake was a really good example of how coin can work, because it makes perfect sense, right? Insurgency, all that sort of stuff. I had a lot of fun. I must have played that game like 24 times. Had a lot of fun with it, and then I just tapped out, and the only other coin game I really liked was Liberty or Death. But all these other coin releases that are coming out, they're so weird. I don't know. I just feel like they took it too far. I feel like, yeah, I mean, Todd, you got the same feeling I do about most of the coin games. And they'll always get those out to print before anything else, too. But it's their big sellers. What can you do? But yeah, Fire in the Lake, I think, did a really good job. And then they started expanding on it, and I think it I tried that Trungbot, and I felt like Trungbot was more confusing than the actual. That Trungbot can get deep, and then you get it out, and you're just like, I don't feel like setting all this up. I think I'm just getting lazy. What else? I think that's about it. I don't know if you fellas got anything. Wow, I've been live for 50 minutes already. That's not like me. So yeah, everyone that joined, we're just kind of yeah. He threw out the Euro player, nice. I'm just talking about games, what I got in the mail, some of the stuff I found in EFS. I'm kind of ready to jump back into this again, but now after talking about all these games, I want to try other games, which probably is not good. And then I'm still playing, oddly enough, not Warhammer 40K, I'm playing 30K now. Most Fearful Sacrifice. Okay. Grant takes command. Nice. Yeah, you're like me, multiple tables when I was really super into it. I would have multiple tables until one week I tried 3 OCS titles at once, and that pretty much did me in. Oh yeah, Churchill was a really big hit. I haven't tried Pericles yet. I haven't tried Versailles. Yeah, Churchill was huge. I remember that game sold like hotcakes. I find myself, I'm mostly just World War II, East Front, or modern day war. I used to play a lot of Ancients, but I just got burned out on the whole Great Battles of Alexander, Great Battles of History series. I just got really burned out on it. Yes, 30K Epic is already pre-ordered, and I would turn the camera around and put the shelf. It's behind me. My old Epic stuff with the along with the Adeptus Titanicus is on the shelf. So yeah, 40K came out, and 10th edition, and it kind of sucks. And I was kind of bummed out. So my buddy's like, come over to the dark side and play Horus Heresy. It is based on older rules, and it's still just as deep. Yeah. Let me just do this. There we go. My buddy. I have an autographed Vance Von Bory's game, by the way. I'm totally not a fanboy. Yeah, 10th edition, I don't know how to... Okay, let's put it this way. It's like the Memoir 44 for World War II gamers. That's what it's turned into. And I went back to the squad leader for Warhammer gamers, Horus Heresy. Yeah, it's 10th edition is... bleh. Now, Jeff, I think you got right into EFS when I met you. I think I was doing... What tutorials was I doing? And you started posting on my videos. I can't remember. Was it that or was it... I don't know. It was so long ago, man. It's like 2016 or something. Yeah, then you got totally into it. But then you were asking me which one's better, and I didn't want to answer that question. That's a tough question. OCS is good. But, I mean, OCS is really cool because you have to plan your offensive. So you're like, okay, I got to move the supply here. I built up my supply. I got enough to spread out. We're going to launch an offensive here. It has that feeling. EFS is good for, like, let's go into this town. Like, let's zoom into this town and see this battle that takes place. And it's meticulous, and I kind of like that because it tells a story. It's pretty cool. That's what I'm hoping Time for Trumpets will be. But holy moly, that rule book. That's why, like, Wise Guy History was, like, doing his rules primer. He's like, oh, this part's easy. You just got to do this thing. And I'm like, uh-huh. Yeah. Sure it is. Yeah, those were good times, man, back when, like, our channels were kind of young. Yeah, those were good old days. My videos back then were so bad, too. Like, I started redoing them, those director's cuts, and I'm like, I gotta cut these. I got long pauses in there, and I'm saying too much, which I still do. Yeah, they were brutal. Team play. Well, I don't have any friends, Brian, so... Lots of Time for Trumpets. Wait, that's actually pretty funny. Have you played that, though, Cisco, at all? Or... I mean, I guess team play would work, right? I think team play would work because each of you could take like a division. Because these are, let's see, hold on. Now, OCS is definitely good for team play because it's definitely set up to, you know, each one of your friends or whatever could take a division and they're marked on the counter so you know what you're going to be using. And then you could all talk to each other like, okay, I've actually done that before where you're like, hey, I'm going to need the supplies this turn to launch this offensive, and what do you think he's going to do? OCS works really well that way. This game might be a little bit hard. You're going to have to go... Might be a little bit hard to remember who's got what. Different style to it, that's for sure. I mean, I guess it would work. Yeah, you could divide up the front, right? A lot of these games would work that way. A friend and I actually did OCS. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it will do that. I run into that a lot in OCS because you just don't... There's so many options. Oh, God. Dude, I don't know if I can start clipping again this week. I'll have to... Maybe on the weekend. Oh, yeah, the colors. These are done by colors. The 17th Panzer, this weird purplish blue. Yeah, I mean, that'd probably work. We actually played OCS... Yeah, exactly. I could see that being prompt their moves. OCS, I played with a friend solo. You know Smolensk, that introductory scenario? Him and I had a lot of fun with that. We set it up, and then we were the Germans, and we planned our attack path, like what we were going to do to try to win in 3 turns. That was kind of fun. Like, we didn't even play against each other. I haven't tried this. That's actually not a bad idea. I should set this up and then try opening moves with my buddy. But OCS is a lot more, I think, since it's so supply-oriented, that it gets you into, like, hey, you know, send some of those tokens this way. It's kind of fun. You can. Crimea you can get, but to me that's the worst one. So, of course, you can get it. Kiev to Rostov, you might find it on Board Game Geek. North and South, of course, don't bother because they're just going to be reprinted. Crimea has the most... At some point, that was the most updated living rules, but the game was a slog, so just a heads up. Because you have to get over the Tartar ditch, and then things start to open up a little bit. And the introductory scenario in that game sucks. It's, like, brutal, so... Yeah, man, I saw... It Never Snows. Everyone's playing it lately. I'm like, oh, man, I got to get that game back again. But, you know, I have the GTS American Market Garden where Eagles Dare. So I'm like, do I need another Market Garden? But you can never have enough Market Garden. So, man, OCS Market Garden would be pretty freaking sweet. They kind of have it in Beyond the Rhine a little bit, I think. No, that's too late. Maybe they do. I can't remember. Yeah, but it's not real Market Garden. They need like a real Market Garden. Yeah, Where Eagles Dare. I don't know. I think that the CSS system might be better than the GTS. I think it's the same guy, and he split off and went over to... Is that Compass that publishes that? And he tweaked it so it's more fun. For example, Fold a Gap, Battle for the Center, and his World War II wins. He's got a World War II one. I forgot. It takes place in the Crimea. I forgot the name. It begins with an N. I can't pronounce it. I want to get that. See if I can look it up. It's all coding. Whenever I type in CSS, I just get coding. I can't remember the name of it. Does anyone know how to pronounce that one? Because of an N. Okay, so Compass Games. Okay. Oof. Did they change their website? What the? Oh, no, there we go. Okay. Games. Historical games available out of print. It's probably not going to be... Ooh, they want 112 for Folded Gap now? What? It's the one on the Russian peninsula in the Crimea, I think. I forgot the name of it. It starts with an N. I don't know why I'm having so much. I should have gone to Board Game Geek. Did they ever release the Quad Eastern Front game? Anyone know? Yeah, CSS is the same guy that did GTS. And he tweaked it. Oh, really? Okay, I heard the opposite, that it was good, but it's the same guy that did it, and he tweaked it. Some people like it. They say it's a lot cleaner. It plays cleaner. All right, now that's going to kill me. I got to go to Board Game Geek, and I really hate doing that. Let's see if I can find it. Probably not. Nope. All right, let's try Folded Gap, and we'll go backwards. Battle for the Center, okay, is there. That is Adam Starkweather. Yeah, that's right. That's who it was. Adam Starkweather. Yeah, that's it. Yep. No, I don't know if it's No, it's the hold on. Company scale system. Hold, please. Hold, please. Nope, that's Anvil of Fate. Although that one does look good. There it is. I found it. The Little Land. That's it. Can I do links? Yeah, I can. Hold on. This one. Can I do... Watch, it blocks my own link. That one right there. That's the one I want to get. There's very few titles that cover that specific topic. And it's actually not that expensive. I thought it'd be a lot more expensive. Okay, that's not too bad. The Little Land. You don't really see many people talking about it. So it's either really bad or it's just something that someone doesn't want to play again. Yeah, the Anvil one. Yeah, that one does look good, Jeff. Anvil of Fate. So I had Folded Gap, Battle for the Center, and I sold that. I don't know, maybe I should have kept it. I don't know. Saipan looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys have played it. Yeah, right. Of all the things, that's where Khrushchev made a name for himself, really. Yeah, so I'm really into that. But then, there is a Crimea title coming out for OCS, but that's on a bigger scale, so I don't know. I might have to try it. Don't be surprised if you see that pop up on my channel. Yeah, I had Manstein's Backhand Blow, but the game's not really that good. I just bought it because honestly I like cover art, so yeah, so anyway, that series, I heard people, back and forth on it. Dang it, Jeff. Anvil of Fate looks so good. I gotta stop talking to you guys. It's not good for my wallet. One thing I like about that series, though, is that they put the terrain in the middle of the hexes, that dot, so you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, well, 3/4 of this is brown, so it's got to be hills. Yeah. Yeah, you don't see anything about that topic, really, other than, EFS Crimea. There might be some other obscure ones out there I don't know about. I go as far back as, probably the original Panzer Leader. I don't know, what's the first war game I ever played? It's probably Avalon Hills. Man. Ugh. Probably that North Africa game. When playing solo, I try to mix them up as much as I can. I try to blind draw, but yeah, it doesn't always work. That is a tough one. I need to try it again. The last time I did it... Oh, dice roll's another good way, yep. Last time I did it... Oh, man. It's probably 6 years ago, so... I'd have to come up with something different, probably. But, yeah. The air combat... which game has better air combat? OCS or EFS? That is a tough question. I really had fun doing... Yeah, Tobruk, yep, that's it. Man, I played the hell out of that game. And the Eastern Front one, I think it was just Stalingrad. No, was it Stalingrad? Yeah, the Eastern Front one by Avalon Hill. But it was like so, like you look back on it now and it's so bad, but back then it was so good. I used to spend hours playing that game. Just like, what if I went this way? Or what if, interestingly. But I spent a lot of time playing Panzer Leader, holy moly. And Blitz, for that matter. That's what really got me going. You step up from those other games and you play something like Panzer Leader and you're like, holy crap. I think I was like 14 at the time, so it kind of... I know I didn't play it right. Yeah, you guys bring up some good stuff. It's old school. So what I'll do is, I got another video coming out tomorrow night, and then I got to figure out what I want to play. But yeah, get me on your show, guys, because I'm jonesing here. I got to either play something or talk about Wargames. I'm going nuts over here. So, and then I'll get on there and not say anything. But yeah. Now, see, McMurray, I think I could get along with, because that guy will talk about movies and everything. So that could be trouble. You're going to have to separate us. But I thought your It Never Snows was a really good playthrough. I did enjoy that. I don't know how you guys actually completed that. Yeah, Simonich has really nice... He does have... I am drawn to his games because the artwork is awesome. Yeah. He does really good stuff. And I do like these GD42 counters, man. I thought they did a really good job on these. So some people were saying that series is in danger. I don't know if you guys pre-ordered Goose Green. It's Falklands. So, I don't know. It's going to be weird, but hey, if they go modern, right, you could do TCS Vietnam. Oh, I'm not going to play tonight because, I might play live, but I got to go to bed soon. I got a long day tomorrow. But yeah, I just popped on tonight to see what was going on. But yeah, look at these counters, man. That's some good stuff. So, admit it now. A victory awaits or whatever. Who was playing that? Was that you? I don't know if that was Jeff or Todd. Who was playing that game? Who was playing A Victory Awaits? Or was it someone else totally different? I don't know. I've watched like 80 videos the past 3 days. Trying to catch up. That game has some of the ugliest counters I've ever seen. I'm sorry, but the rhombus and all those counters are just weird. Oh, that was, and someone came at me. Someone came at me in a comment when I mentioned that on my unboxing of that. Some guy came at me and he's like, "Oh, Wargamers have always had pictures of tanks on their counters." I'm like, "Oh, but they use a rhombus? Come on." Yeah, so these counters are just awesome. But yeah, the Simonich games look really good. Yeah, Victory Awaits is a really good system. I hate that artwork. I don't know if you guys have pre-ordered Bear Claw or whatever that's called on the P500. I really thought that would come out sooner. I literally took like 5 months off and it's still not out yet. Oh, okay. Oh, you did. Oh, wait, I think I just did see you play that. Did you video that? I thought I saw you play that. Do you like that artwork on the counters? You can be honest. I just think they're really weird. I can't get over it for some reason. Yeah, someone was saying that series is in danger. You guys remember VCS, the variable combat system or whatever. Like someone said that TCS is dying out. Oh, it was Tabletop's Edge, I think. But Goose Green seems to be getting pretty good pre-orders. So I pre-ordered it, right? I'm curious to see what they do for modern stuff. And then you could take that to different places. Like you could do Korean War, Vietnam, who knows? You can't be a good rhombus. That is true. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's right. They do have the optional silhouette counter. That's a good point. I forgot about that. So kudos to them for supplying those. I think it's a rhombus, isn't it? I think it is. I think I had to look it up. I'm like, is that a rhombus? I think it is. I don't remember. Anyway, it's a weird counter. I still can't get over it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so TCS, hopefully it doesn't die away, but I was watching his history of TCS, and now I think I got to get like GD40 and all this, but I'll play it first. But so many games, man. I don't know. And I still have to give Last 100 Yards a first-time shot. My buddy's got the Pacific one. I don't know if I want to start there or start with the base game, but I'll give it a try. I figured that may not be a good solo game, so we'll have to see. And the monkey on my back is really the Vietnam game by GMT. I did 2 videos of that. I screwed up. I don't know if I screwed up the video, but there were a lot of people asking me stuff that after I posted it and played it, then I had to ask myself, did I do it right? And I thought I did, but now I'm not so sure. So I need to go back and hit Vietnam and really try that out. But that's a monster game, and it doesn't do well solo because you have to do government stuff and keep track of things, and it's not a good solo game. But I gotta try it again. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. I've held court tonight, but now I must go, I'm afraid. But I do appreciate. Yep. Yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. Gave me someone to talk to tonight because apparently the lady is going to work a late shift. She works at the theater. Yep. What's up, Joey? Yeah, she works at the theater. She's a head chef, and this Barbie thing is just killing her. So, yeah, thought I'd pop on the old YouTube tonight, see what was going on in the wargaming world. So, no, I appreciate everyone stopping by. Yeah, Joey. Given it as much time as I can, along with this one hopefully coming up soon. So we'll see how it goes. I really got to stop buying the baggy games because then I pack them away and I lose them. So I wish I could go to Nova Scotia. That'd be sweet. It's my kind of weather too, man. Do you guys have a website for that anywhere? Hey, you should get Kev to go to that. I bet he'd go. I don't get out enough. Too much work. I'm working too much. Okay, cool. Yeah, the last shot I had to get in Nova Scotia was I worked for a bus company, and they bought a transportation company out there. Yeah, I could have gone then. That would have been kind of cool. Yeah, yeah, hit me up on Facebook, definitely. I think, Todd, did I join you with my normal account? I know Jeff's a friend of mine. I don't go on the Hudson one too much anymore. I just don't have much to talk about really on there. I mean, I do, but yeah. Facebook's kind of... I'm mostly on Instagram nowadays. Just because I post quick stuff on there. And it was all Warhammer for a while, so I probably scared a lot of people off. Nova Highlanders. Okay, cool. All right. I will find it. All right, folks. I'm going to dip out, and I'll put up some more videos this week, and then maybe I'll do another live session. And then, yeah, guys, if you want me to chit-chat with you one night, let me know. I would be honored. I don't know what I talk about, but... And I will talk to everyone later. Hopefully with some more stuff, I'll go live again and show you what I got. And then we can talk about my bad purchase decisions. All right. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by.